said you'll hook me up with golf?
I can hook you up wherever you want in Rochester.
With my swing or with the course? With the course. Okay, the course. Thank you. You know, I was trying to work on my color while I was down there in Florida.
Are you as, I guess, surprised as most people are, a lot of people are, about being back and sitting here today?
I would say like 50-50, man. Honestly didn't know what was going to, you know, the free agency. This is my first time being a free agent in my career, really kind of hitting the market, I guess as you call it. But I knew that this is where I wanted to be. I knew that this is where I wanted to play. And these are my people. I've been here 6 years. I love it here. I'm comfortable here, and I know the expectations that this organization has in me and the expectations that I have elsewhere, you know, with my teammates, with the coaches. And like I said, I feel pretty salty about the way the season ended last year, with everything that had gone on, and then losing the home playoff game against Cincinnati. It was tough. And then, you know, you go into the offseason just with a lot of questions about, you know, a lot of things. You know, me wondering what the hell is going to happen, shoot, if I'm even going to play again. And, you know, I knew I wanted to play again. I knew I can still play at a high level, just where that was going to be and who it was going to be for. That was the question. And it was pretty stressful about a month. That's why I didn't golf as much. I tried to go out there and golf, and I just couldn't really concentrate because all I was thinking about was football. So now I might be able to go out there and swing a little bit better. But no, this is home, man. I love these fans out here. I love this community. I know I said some stuff about the taxes. I think we can all agree that we're like, what the hell? Like, yes. So, I mean, sorry, I said it. I said the truth. But that had nothing to do with my decision on whether or not I was going to come here or leave. I didn't want to leave, and I'm home now. And this is where I'm going to finish my career, and I'm really excited about that.
What was it like, you know, just tell us, you know, what was it like speed dating throughout the NFL?
I wouldn't call it speed dating. You know, it was, you know, like I said, there were teams that were interested. There were teams that wanted me on their football team and thought that, you know, and that I would be a huge asset to help them win. And like I said, there was a lot of calls, a lot of being on the phone, a lot of conversations with my wife, just about being here or being there or being in Buffalo. And, you know, ultimately it came down to, you know, what I thought was going to make me happy and what I thought was going to be best for, you know, myself and my family moving forward, not just in my career, but in life, you know. I don't know how many more years I have left to play. I know I have this year guaranteed that I'm going to be able to play football and be able to play at a high level. And, you know, I'm healthy now. I just needed some time to get my body right. I'm healthy now, and I'm ready to play. I know people are probably saying this, that, or the other about this, that, or the other. I really don't give a damn because I'm a football player. I'm a ball player. I'm an all-pro. I'm a Pro Bowl. I'm here to help the team win a championship. And that's been my goal since I came here in 2017. I remember talking to Micah, you know, the first time it wasn't the first time I met him, but it was the first time we saw each other in Buffalo. It was like, bro, we are going to turn this city around, and we're going to give this city a championship. And that's been our goal since we got here, and it hasn't changed. And that was another reason why I wanted to come back, because I truly want to help this team win a championship. And I truly believe that we do have the right team to do that. And so run it back.
Was there anything that surprised you about the free agency process?
I guess just like I said, just the unknown, really. I thought that maybe I would be having to, I don't know, maybe fly there, do this or do that. But, you know, it was really kind of just me going to workouts and then coming home and just waiting to see what happens. You started seeing guys come off the board. Jesse Bates, super happy for him coming off the board. And then you see, you know, Marcus Epps go to Vegas. You know, a couple other transactions that happened, and you're just kind of still sitting there wondering. At the same time, you know, I was able to let Bean and Drew handle it, and they handled it in a professional manner, and I just sat back and just stayed positive, you know. And like I said, my wife was helping me stay positive through it all. My daughter's just keeping me entertained and keeping my mind off of things. She's 6 now. She's running my house. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, it was stressful, but at the same time, I was able to kind of sit back and just let things kind of play into itself.
I haven't counted up exactly, but there's at least 18 starting safeties who hit the market this year. Just kind of a weird one of those
real, full-time starters. Did Drew, you get a sense at all from Drew in the process that, well, the Bills' door isn't closed?
Oh, I've had that. I mean, since the end of the season, I knew that, one of the main things going into the offseason was to not alienate any relationships in this organization. I have no ill feelings towards anybody out here, anybody in this building or anything like that. And I wanted to, if that was my last game as a Buffalo Bill, I wanted to go out on a positive note with no negativity wherever it was that I ended up playing, whether I played somewhere else or I retired. I think, like I said, I forgot your question because I was just.
There were a lot of safeties on the market, so I mean, it was just a weird year that it was a buyer's market for teams.
Right.
This year, so it's like that. If there were 8.
It might have been different, yeah. So they can, I mean, again, I was my first time in free agency. I didn't really know what to expect. As soon as, I'm 31 now. I'm sure I'm not on people's boards like, oh, damn, Jordan Poyer, like, dang, we can go get him. But I know I'm a football player. I know I'm a ball player. I know wherever I ended up with, I'm gonna be a ball player and help that team win football games. And I'm just super blessed and super thankful and excited that it's here.
How quickly after knowing you were coming back here did you reach out to Micah?
Did minute. I was probably still just hanging up the phone as my phone was dialing to call him. I called him right away, man. I mean, we were all having conversations. All the boys on the back end, all the boys up front. We were all talking throughout the off season, and the guys on this team. Everybody really around the league understands the business side of this league, and you guys understand it. We understand it, and so we're all super happy for Tremaine. Everybody wishes, we could have Tremaine back, but everybody's super happy for Tremaine going to Chicago, getting what he deserves, and it's tough. It'll be tough not to have him, but at the same time, we will continue to move forward, and we still got some dogs on this team, and we're gonna get Vaughn back, and that's just gonna make our team even better. Matt Bolano, the best outside linebacker in the game, and then you got the best safety duo in the game, and then you got, I believe, one of the best corners in the game. So when healthy, and he's going to come back, I bet you Trey's going to come back better than he's ever been before, and that's just because I know Trey and I know how he's working right now, and same with Poyer, man. I saw Poyer over the weekend. He came to my house in South Florida, and we just sat and chopped it up, man. And he's working hard too, and he's really came along, especially towards the end of the season. So it's just a bunch of guys that I'm really excited to work with again, and even Taron Johnson, the best nickel in the game. I mean, it's a bunch of guys that I'm really excited to work with, and it was a huge part of why I was excited to come back here.
Jordan, is it not funny that last April you switch agents and you wanted to feel validated, and now it kind of comes full circle in which you do feel validated that this team did want you. Is it kind of strange or funny or, I don't know, ironic how it turned out that way in some ways?
I'm not sure. I kind of confused with the question.
Well, you were looking for a reward in April.
Aren't we all?
But you were rewarded by, and you said you didn't want to burn any bridges, you respected everybody here, but it's kind of funny that you did get rewarded at a time when you were looking for a future, right back where it began, right back where it was.
Yeah, I was just testing the market. I was a free agent. I was seeing just what else is out there. Like, and there wasn't anything out there that I would have been happy about going to do. At the end of the day, it really came down to what is going to make. This is one of the things my wife was telling me. What is going to make Jordan Poyer happy? What is going to make you happy? Because whatever makes you happy is going to make everybody else around you happier. And so being here was going to make me happy. Being here with the guys that I'm here with, being here with being in the community, with the community that I've grown to love, and just seeing all the people in here today, I damn near start crying because it's like you see all the people in here that you've built a relationship over the last 6 years, and just how excited they are to have you back in the building. It's pretty special.
You just mentioned Micah a minute
Go ahead, Sal.
Thank you, that's all right. Can you update us on, touch on what you went through last year physically and where you are now health-wise?
Yeah, I mean, last year was probably the hardest year I probably ever had to go through, mentally and physically. When Micah went down, it was really hard. That's my right-hand man. And then, you're playing with it almost seemed like a different lineup all the time. It kind of, then dealing with the injuries that I was dealing with on top of that, and then everybody was saying, we're 6-0 in Poyer plays, or 7-0 in Poyer plays. And I'm sitting there like, well, damn, I got one elbow. I'm trying to just get right, and it's like, well, damn, now I gotta go out here and play for it, So it was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of stress, but at the same time, I wouldn't have changed it at all. I feel like I'm a better man and a better player because of it. I feel like I just needed some time after the season to get healthy, and I feel great now. I'm excited to, I'll be out here for OTAs because I don't got any contract issues now, so I'll be out here for OTAs. And we'll be, we're gonna hit the ground running, man. And like I said, I'm excited to be a part of this team and be a part of a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys' career again, and try to help this team win football games.
How much of a relief is it that this is all done?
All done. Yes, it's like a whole bunch of weight off my shoulder. Like I said earlier, I feel like I can go out and actually enjoy a round of golf now. I can actually go out and go out to dinner with my wife and not sit there and just be staring off into the distance, wondering what the hell is going to happen. And so. It is a lot of relief off my shoulders.
You've been here 6 years at a high level. It's going to be 8. Have you thought at all about, winding up as one of the all-time Bills?
Yeah, I have. There's some great players that have came through this organization that, just to be even mentioned in the same breath as them would be crazy. But, I still feel like I have some of my best ball ahead of me. I still feel like I'm going to be playing at a very high level this next year. And I feel like I'm going to help this team win a lot of football games. And, it's a crazy game. It's a game that I love. You're going to get out of this game what you put in. And I've put my whole life into this game, and driving to Kansas City. That's how much I love this game. Playing hurt all season long. That's how much I love this game. That's how much I love my teammates. And like I said, it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot about, a lot of the people around me. It gave me a lot of perspective on life. Gave me a lot of perspective on football. And like I said, moving forward, it's going to make me a better player because of it, and it's going to make us a better team for going through what we had to go through last year. A fresh start. Hopefully you don't got snowstorms again where we got to cancel games. I think that was how many times has that happened in y'all career that y'all have been out here? I don't know how many. So we get to go to London, which is dope. I'm excited about that. And we're excited. We got the best quarterback in the game, and we're gonna continue to, let everybody else talk about everybody else in the AFC East. We'll just kind of sit back and kind of stay ducked away in the weeds, and we'll come surprise people when it's time.
What does a guy like Leslie Frazier mean to you?
I heard 2 Leslie Fraziers.
Were you friends without Leslie, and how much do you think, with you and Micah and Trey being in that back end, helps overcome, the change, the temporary change?
Yeah, Coach Frazier's someone that's going to be truly missed in my heart. He's somebody that when I came in 2017, he gave me the confidence in myself and to be able to go out there and play at a high level. The confidence I didn't even know I had, and until, him just sitting down, talking with me, telling me that, I am a really good player and I can be a really good player in his system if I just am able to trust the system, learn the system, and he's somebody who had learned to trust me and learned to kind of just, he gave me the playbook in a sense of help these young guys, teach these young guys. This is how it's done. Every Wednesday I'd go into a Wednesday meeting and I would just expect Frazier to just call on me and be like, all right, Jordan, we're playing the, say, Arizona Cardinals a week. What do you expect out of them? We haven't talked about the Arizona Cardinals until that morning, so he's calling on me, and that's letting me know that how much he has confidence in me and how much trust that he has in me to come to those meetings prepared, to come to those, because, if I come to those meeting prepared and other guys around me can see, like, oh, Jay understands. Look, they coming out. We're playing the Cardinals. They coming out. Their first 15 plays. This is what they're doing. Or these are their top, routes. Or these are their top formations. And they'll get the other guys on the team be like, okay, well, shit. Maybe they didn't come in as prepared, and so maybe that night they're like, okay, well, let me go watch a little bit more film tonight. Maybe one of the leaders on the team is doing this. Maybe, and it's just kind of a trickle effect. And you can start to see. It's crazy to be in this position right now as a 11-year vet and guys looking up to me, because I remember being the rookie, second, third-year player, and I'm seeing guys like Joe Hayden and Dante Whitner, and I'm like, dog, like, to be at that age and like have that, I'm looking up these guys like they're just superstars. Like, oh my God, that's Joe Hayden. Like, and he's on the same team as me, sitting right next to me, just cracking jokes with me, and it's weird for me to be in that same position, because I used to see guys like myself like wide-eyed, but those guys had really helped me become the player that I am today, and I want to continue to help the other younger players, D-Ham, the Jaquans, the Cam Lewises, all those guys become the best version of themselves as they can be, and show them like, look, I'm a 7th-round pick. If I could play 11 years in this league, you could play 11 years in this league. You know what I mean? It's all about how bad do you want it, how much do you love it, how much you're gonna commit to it, and so, it's, like I said, Frazier is somebody who gave me a lot of trust and gave me a lot of confidence in myself. He will definitely be missed, but I think he'd be one of the first to tell you, this is a business, and the NFL training is going to keep running whether you're here or not. And so we're going to have to figure out ways. And I know we will. I have no doubts. We got some great players on our team. Sean is still a hell of a defensive coordinator and a defensive coach, defensive-minded coach. And we added some new pieces, and some very smart coaches that are coming in, and we're excited. That I'm excited to work with and moving forward.
A little bit ago, what was it like, that conversation with him, you're coming back, and was it important to you to continue playing with him?
Yeah, man, I just felt like we had some unfinished business to do. He got hurt last year early on in the season. It was hard to lose him, like I said, because we feed off each other, we play off each other, we know what each other's thinking, we know the conversations that need to be had, like post snap, pre snap, during snap, and so when it kind of like breaks up like that, and you kind of like are getting thrown off, it makes it a little harder, and just to hear the happiness that he had in his voice, knowing that I was coming back, and it was kind of like it both took stress off of both of us, because if I didn't come back, he's out here playing, D-Ham's coming back, and it's going to be like it was for me this year, except I'm not going to be being able to help coach him on the sideline, because I'll probably be somewhere else. He was able to coach me all season long, and that was something I really respected about that. He could have gone and did his rehab somewhere and did his surgery somewhere, but he came back to be a part of the team to kind of keep me. I mean, dude, if he wasn't there, I'd probably had a couple mental breakdowns, because it was tough. The middle of the year comes around, you're trying to just get ready for Sunday, and body's just hurting, your elbows are hurting, your foot's hurt, your ribs are hurting, like in 2 broken ribs, you can't even breathe. So it's like, he was somebody that huge reason why I was excited to come back and play at this organization, because I get to play with Micah Hyde again.
Jordan, going back to Leslie, we know what kind of respect he has in the room. You mentioned kind of regularly texting with your teammates during the offseason. How surprised were you when you saw that he wasn't going to come back? And then moving forward, just how much of a change do you envision that being for this defense?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty surprised. I think Frazier's been one of the staples in this organization for the last 6 years. I'm not really sure the changes. We'll find out come OTAs. I'm sure there's going to be some wrinkles here and there, but I do think that we run our defense, and when we run it well, it works. And I think there'll probably be, like I said, some wrinkles, and we'll probably have to mix some things up. And then I honestly don't know. I don't know how it's going to be. I know they're upstairs. I went upstairs earlier. They're watching tape in there. They're probably watching tape all day long. But right now I'm just excited to be here. and take this all in, you know, all that'll come when it comes.
You talked about the mental and physical hardships that you endured. You used the word retirement a couple of times up there. How legitimate of a possibility was that for you? How seriously did you weigh that?
To be honest, the day after the game, I was like, man, F this, I'm done. But I had to kind of decompress a little bit. And my wife said the same thing. Jordan, just take a couple weeks, man. And I played in the Pro Bowl game, and when I played in the Pro Bowl game, I was like, all right, like, I'll be all right. You know, I'll just get over it and move on. It's football. You win some, you lose some, you move on. Some are harder than others, but you move on. And I knew that if I just had some time to get my body right, I'm going to be perfectly fine. And that's where I'm at right now. I've been able to, you know, have some really good training down there in South Florida. My boy Mark, my boy Aaron Santiso been getting me right. And like I said, I'm excited for this opportunity.
Now, it was a love affair for a couple of weeks with you potentially landing with the Dolphins. What changed that?
Really nothing changed. I think the media made that out to be something that it really wasn't. I mean, I said I like to play somewhere where it was, they didn't tax me as much and it was nice weather. But I didn't say it like that. I think a lot of people took how I said it and kind of spun it, because on the podcast I said, yeah, the question was, if I could go play anywhere else but Buffalo, where would you go? Somewhere it's not going to tax me and you know, the sun's going to come out every once in a while. So people just happen to link that to South Florida because I lived down there in the off season, and I guess the ball just kept rolling, and you know, it was crazy situation. You know I'll probably get booed when I go to play in Miami now, but it's all right. I'll be all right. They'll be all right. What's a rivalry without a little frustration? So it's good.
Do you think you want to end your career here? Do you have an amount of time you would like to play?
I don't have an amount of time, no. I'd like to get a championship. I don't know. Maybe if we get a championship this year, I'll ride off into the sunset. You know, I would like to play as long as my body can tell me I can play. I love this game with a passion. I love I love the relationships that you're able to build. I love the ups. I love the downs. I love the lessons that you learn in this game, because there's so many lessons in this game that carry over into life, and vice versa. Life carry over into football. And so, you know, it's always a learning process, always a learning curve, and just continue like, you know, Coach said, had Coach McDermott, I'd never forget the Kaizen word that he brought. One of the first, you know, it was one of the first things that I memorized when he put that chart up, just the Kaizen, the continuous growth, you know, just always trying to make yourself better, always trying to get better. That's in football and in life and whatever you're doing, really, you know, journaling. How are you going to make yourself better each day? You know, when you wake up, what am I going to do today that's going to better myself as a human being? So, you know, I think, you know, I don't want to put a timestamp on it. You know, I just kind of want to let it go one day at a time and see where it takes me.
What do you think is the missing element for this team to reach the ultimate?
I don't think there is a missing element. I guess you just say finish, you know. You know, last year it seemed like we started off extremely hot, hit a couple bumps in the road, a bunch of injuries, stuff happened. The year before, 13 seconds. I mean, could have been avoided. I mean, to me, I mean, it could have been avoided, you know, but it happened, and you learn from it. I don't think there's nothing that's missing. I just think finish. Just finish and finish what we came here to do, man. And since 2017, and that's bring Western New York a trophy, and that's what I'm here to do. That's my main goal, and you know, that's what it is.
Are you still salty you got robbed of the Home Run Derby championship from Josh a few years ago, and are you looking forward to it?
I'm coming for Josh's neck this home run derby. I'm winning it. I'm calling it right now. I'm winning it, and you can put this clip on there. I'm winning the home run derby this year. Golly, I got to. All right, thanks, guys.